Today I want to talk about multifamily real estate investing and why, if you're considering getting involved in real estate investing of any kind, you should do multifamily. I'm Rod Cleef. I'm host of the #1 real estate podcast on iTunes, Lifetime Cash Flow Through Real Estate Investing. I hope you check it out. I'm also author of the book, How to Create Lifetime Cash Flow Through Multifamily Properties. So if you're a new real estate investor and you're thinking to yourself, I'll get started by buying some houses and I'll hold on to them for cash flow. Sounds like a great idea, but I want to share a different perspective with you. I've owned over 2,000 houses so far in my career, so I've got some experience in that arena. I've also owned multiple apartment complexes in various states. Back in 2008, I had 800 houses and some apartment buildings in Florida here when the market crashed. And I had my butt handed to me in that crash because I'd been focused on the value of my real estate instead of the cash flow. During that massive downturn, my multifamily properties, they did just fine. They contracted, sure, like everything did, but they were still cash flowing positively. But I couldn't hold it together for my single family portfolio. And why is because single family houses are more expensive and difficult to manage than multifamily. In multifamily, you have everything in one location. Now that 2008 was a $50 million seminar for me, and frankly the main reason that I started my podcast and I wrote my first book. I wanted to share with people the huge advantages of buying multifamily versus single family. So back to those of you that are thinking about buying houses to buy and rent, I want to suggest at the very least you consider buying duplexes or triplexes or fourplexes. What's great about one of those properties is that if you have a vacancy, you very often can still sustain it and make the payments. If not, at least your negative cash flow is much less. Also, if you're young and thinking about buying your first property to live in, again, I recommend a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex. You can get fantastic residential financing if you plan to live in the property with great interest rates, great terms, very low down payments. And I'll tell you, on my podcast, I've interviewed several people that have acquired multi-million-dollar portfolios, buying them one plex at a time and living in them. And I've also interviewed and spoken with many people that purchased a plex and now live for free. In fact, 2 days ago, I talked to a kid that just bought a property of duplex, and he's going to live there for free. So that's my suggestion to you if you're new to real estate. Now, if you already own some property and you're ready for bigger and better things, there's frankly no greater wealth building platform than larger multifamily properties. So the definition of a commercial multifamily property is 5 units or larger. Now I'm going to talk about some of the fantastic advantages of buying multifamily properties to build your own lifetime cash flow. Firstly, when you buy commercial multifamily properties, it's a team sport. It's not a solo sport. And what I mean by that is the bank is going to take a hard look at the property, of course, and look at its ability to service the debt. And then they're going to look at either an individual or the team you've put together for qualifying for the loan. So if you presently have a deficiency maybe in your income, maybe you don't have enough income, or maybe your net worth isn't high enough to qualify, or maybe you don't have enough cash, enough down payment for the equity portion of the purchase, or maybe you don't have the management experience. If you put a team together, that will give the bank comfort and you'll get approved. You can bring in people onto your team to supplement anything you need. And that's why it's so exciting in commercial real estate. You can get started with literally nothing. If you have the knowledge, you can put a team together that's going to be able to go out there and find and finance deals. Now, I love telling my students and coaching clients that I'd personally rather have 50% of something than 100% of nothing. So if you're interested in the incredibly exciting field of multifamily real estate investing, one of the first things you need to do is do a self-evaluation and look to fill any deficiencies that you have in any of those areas, like income or net worth or experience or cash, and bring the people that have those things onto your team. And by the way, my 200-page free book goes into exhaustive detail on this and a whole lot more. You can just click on the link below and get it. So here's some other incredible things about owning multifamily real estate. One is that typically it can support some help with management. Multifamily can also sustain downturns in the economy like I described in my own personal experience. And you're truly building lifetime cash flow. Versus if you're flipping houses or maybe selling real estate as a profession like a broker, every January 1st you go back to work. But if you acquire enough multifamily property, every first of the month you've got checks coming in. Real estate of all types also affords you incredible tax benefits, and multifamily is no different. Most real estate investors, like myself, pay little or no taxes because of the incredible tax benefits of owning real estate in the United States. So let's recap. Easier to manage than houses, lifetime cash flow, incredible tax benefits. Learning to buy multifamily real estate, though, is just like anything else. Yes, you have to roll up your sleeves, you have to apply yourself, but I will tell you it's a tremendous amount of fun. And it's very important to associate pleasure with it. Like I like to equate it to hunting for treasure, because that's really what you're doing. You're looking for deals, you're hunting for treasure. You're going to get tremendous value from listening to my podcast if you don't already. I hope you check it out if not. Also, my free 200-page book, it's really more like a textbook on this topic and teaches you everything you need to know, like from picking an area to evaluating that area to finding deals to how to talk to sellers, brokers, lenders, investors, how to finance the deal, even how to manage it. So make sure you click on the link and get your free copy. And if you want to dig deeper, I have an incredible course and coaching program you can check out on my website, rodcleef.com. That's below as well. Regardless, whether you want to dig deeper with me or if you want to go out and do this on your own, I hope I've got you thinking about multifamily if you're considering real estate investing. I'm Rod Cleef, wishing you incredible passion and massive success in your real estate investing career.